Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nicola and today I'm gonna take you through a short yin yoga practice that will focus on our hips, our side body to support our libido. You can start in a comfortable seated position, place your hands on your knees and gently close your eyes. You can take a few cleansing breaths through your mouth. Then come back to breathing through your nose. Don't try to force your breath, simply observe it. Forget about the day you've had so far and about the day you still have ahead of you. Gently open your eyes and we will start in a wide-legged child's pose. So you can bring the heels together to touch and the knees as wide apart as you want them to be. You should feel some sensation, but it shouldn't be painful. Once you have the position, you can fall down and place your forehead on the mat. We won't be needing any props today, but if you have a blanket at hand or a block, you can place them under your chest or maybe under the hips if the floor is too far. And bring the focus back on the breath. With every exhale, try to sink into the pose even more. The shoulders are relaxed, the neck is relaxed. Breathe into the hips. Observe the sensations in your body, but your emotions and feelings as well. Don't get too attached to the emotions or the feelings that run through your head, through your body. Simply observe them. Feel their presence. If your mind starts to wander, just bring the attention back to the breath. Gently come back up, slowly bring the knees together and do any little movements that feel good here if you need to release the hips. Otherwise we will come into our following pose, that is lizard. You can bring the right foot to the edge of the mat so you have a wider stand and lower onto your forearm. You can keep the foot grounded into the mat or you can roll onto the outer edge of the foot while opening the knee to the side. If this feels like too much, you can also stay on your hands or prop yourself with a block. Keep your shoulders relaxed, don't tense up through your shoulders or your neck. Come back to your deep breaths. Slowly release. If you were on your forearm, come back up. Again, any little movements to release the hips, maybe some hip circles. And then we will come on the other side. So bring the left leg to the front of the mat. The foot is on the edge of the mat. And then you can lower down on your forearm or stay on your hands. You can also prop yourself with a block if the floor feels like it's too far away. And sink the hips down. Focus on deep breathing. It's an intense pose. And with every exhale, feel like you are sinking lower and lower, grounding into the mat. See what the pose brings up, not only physically, but emotionally as well. See if anything comes up, if any emotions run through you. Just observe them. There is no right or wrong. Let them run through you freely. Keep the neck and the shoulders relaxed. Slowly come back up. Maybe some hip circles or stretch out into the leg before we come into our next pose. So next we will be coming into banana pose, stretching into the side body and targeting the liver meridian. So we want to support the liver that is responsible for metabolizing hormones. We can improve our hormonal balance and balance of the sex hormones as well. So you can lay on your back with your legs out straight and arms overhead. Keep your shoulders on the ground, slide your arms and shoulder blades to the left. Keep your pelvis on the ground and then slide your legs to the left as well. So you are creating this banana shape with your body. You can stay here or you can cross the right leg across the left leg, the left ankle. You can also hold onto the opposite elbows. Just make sure that both of your shoulder blades stay on the mat. The sensation can differ slightly person from person, but you should feel it somewhere for sure. If it feels like too much, you can bring the legs a little bit back. Imagine you are breathing into the side body, into the side of the ribs, into the side waist. Slowly release, come back to center, and we will repeat the pose on the other side. So you can bring your legs to the right and move your hips to the left, and arms go overhead and also slightly to the right. So you can create the banana shape again and keep both legs grounded to the mat. So the left hip is not lifted. If the left hip is up, then bring the legs slowly back to the center. Again, to intensify the stretch, you can cross your left ankle over the right one. Slowly come back to center. You can release the legs and release the hold of the arms. And we will come into a shoulder stand. So you can bring the legs up. You can just stay with your back on the ground and just keep them up. You can also use the wall to do instead legs up the wall pose, or you can come into the full shoulder stand by bringing the legs all the way up. Support your lower back or mid back with your hands and try to deeply breathe. It's not easy, but try to do so. It's an excellent pose to bring the blood flow down to the uterus and to the internal organs. So it rejuvenates the internal organs, and it also supports our nervous system. It's an inversion, so it calms our nervous system. It's also a good pose to do if you are on your feet too much during the day. You can just stay here, or for the last minute or so you can come into plow pose. So you can slowly start dropping your legs behind. You can keep the legs straightened, or you can bend them if that's more accessible to you. And again, what we are trying to do is to compress and decompress the internal organs to get things moving in there. Because healthy gut, healthy bowel movements, healthy liver means also healthy hormones, happy hormones. And then slowly, the way you came in, come out of the pose. Bring the legs, the feet to the ground, and stay here for a few breaths. Slowly roll onto one side, pause here for a moment and come back up to the seated position. You can keep your eyes closed if you are comfortable. Bring the palms of the hands together in front of the heart. And we will finish with the chant of Om one time together. So you can take a deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you so much for doing this practice with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day. Bye.